Welcome to this week's edition of Warren General Wednesday. Today, we're excited to introduce you to Kara Bauer, Warren General Hospital's dedicated nurse educator. Kara will be sharing insights into the rewarding career of nursing, exploring the many opportunities available right here at Warren General. Whether you're considering a career in healthcare or just beginning your journey as a nurse, Kara offers valuable guidance on what to expect and how to thrive in this meaningful profession.
My name is Kara Bauer, and I am the Nurse Quality Liaison here at Warren General Hospital. I think one of the most important jobs that I have is the onboarding of new graduate nurses. This year we have successfully onboarded 8 graduate nurses that have all successfully passed their boards and became registered nurses. I find that here at Warren General we have a great orientation process. So with these group of 8 new graduate nurses, what we did was we started them as a group, so they all kind of had a buddy system. Even though they were going to work in different areas of the hospital, we wanted them to be able to start together so they could kind of rely on each other and just bounce ideas off of them. I spent about 2 weeks in the classroom with them, working on some skills just before we hit the ground running, making sure that we were able to get those interpersonal communication skills down, some of the stuff that they don't teach you in nursing school, and just make everybody feel a little bit more comfortable. We did have some of our graduate nurses that actually became patient care technicians prior to becoming a nurse, which is a great opportunity that we offer here at Warren General Hospital. So that means that when you're in nursing school, you can come on board as a patient care technician and learn the ways of the hospital. And then you kind of already have your foot in the door and you feel a lot more at ease when you do start as a registered nurse. The other thing that we like to do here as far as my education with the nurses is I like to break it down as a skill set with them, and then we do different case scenarios. So each of the new nurses, they were kind of given a day that we all met together. We had a luncheon when they were just about ready to go off orientation, and we talked about how things were going, either the good, the bad, the ugly, and that's where my liaison role comes into play. So I help them out. I can be their voice if they don't feel comfortable talking to their director. You know, peer-to-peer is very hard when you're a brand new nurse, and that's where I came into play. So I think that that's something really nice that we offer here at a small community hospital versus when you start out in a big facility, you kind of get forgotten about in a bigger group. Whereas here we knew everybody's first and last names. When you walk through the hall, everybody smiles and welcomes you. It was a really nice place to start their nursing career. So with those 8 students that started, they all kind of took on different roles depending on where they wanted to work. Some of them went to MSAC, which is like our med-surg unit. Some of them went into a specialty unit. So we had 2 people that fell into the CCU ER flex positions. We also had people go into maternity. We did not have anyone go into the OR this year or psych, but those are opportunities that we would like to offer here at Warren General. Based on what you want, how your orientation goes, we really can get newer nurses into specialty tracks. And I know that years ago that wasn't always the case. We used to have to start people out on med-surg and then they would go into specialty tracks. I'm a huge advocate for people starting out into specialty tracks as long as they have the drive and the motivation to learn, because we know that it does take a little bit of extra learning and some time away from work to go ahead and be successful in those specialty units. One of the other things that I made sure was important was with the graduate nurses that they took an in-person ACLS and PALS class. We do have RQI here, which is a computerized version of ACLS and PALS, but one of the things that the in-person classes offer that the computer system does not is those mega code situations. So they really had a good time bringing that group back together. So it was the same 8 people that started out in nursing together. They went off, they broke away into their specialty units. We brought them back together and then we did these classes. And we worked through different scenarios, we did different mega codes, and they all said that they felt very comfortable being able to do those things and getting to touch things, see things, and do the hands-on scenario versus just the computer system learning. One of the other things that I really brought to Warren General here too was getting the graduate nurses out into the community. So being a part of a community hospital is great because when you're working on the floor, you're working in the ER, a lot of the patients that come in, they ask you, who are you? Who's your family? What's your last name? Are you related to so-and-so? And I like that because it gives it that small, homey feel. And one of the things that we did was we brought our graduate nurses out into some public events that we did. So one of the things that we did was we had to go to the fair. One of our graduate nurses, she was there, she was checking blood pressures. I taught Stop the Bleed, and I also showed them how to do Stop the Bleed, and we brought that out. My vision is that we get more nurses, frontline staff out into the community to do these things. I think it's really important that we stay vested with our community and that our community keeps coming back to us as well. If you want to learn more about working here at Warren General Hospital, please log on to our website and check out our amazing career opportunities. Warren General Hospital, your health, your community, your hospital.